French President Emmanuel Macron is convening an emergency meeting of European leaders, which includes UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer, amid growing concerns over Donald Trump's attempts to dominate the Ukraine peace process. Now, the meeting, which is likely to be held in Paris today, will address Europe's exclusion from US-led negotiations and Ukraine's future NATO membership and security guarantees for Kyiv. Now, before we get into the details, let's take a look at this ground report, which sums up the situation currently in Europe over the Ukraine peace talks.
French President Emmanuel Macron will host European leaders, including Britain's Prime Minister, on Monday for an emergency summit on the Ukraine war. The hastily arranged meeting comes after U.S. officials suggested Europe would have no role in any talks on ending the conflict. Leaders from Germany, Poland, Italy, as well as NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte and Ursula von der Leyen and Antonio Costa from the European Union are expected to be at the summit.
The United States really is the big question mark at the moment.
Political scientist and Bertelsmann Stiftung executive board member Daniela Schwarzer spoke to Reuters about the shifting power dynamics.
We see that the United States wants to retreat from international organizations, so it is weakening structures of international order.
U.S. President Donald Trump stunned European allies last week when he announced he had a call with Russian President Vladimir Putin and would start a peace process. Trump's Ukraine envoy Keith Kellogg said on Saturday that Europe would not have a seat at the table for Ukraine peace talks. Washington had sent a questionnaire to European capitals last week asking what they could contribute to security guarantees for Kyiv and what the size of any European-led force might be, according to a document seen by Reuters. That's in addition to putting Ukraine leadership under pressure and asking for a deal on the country's rare earth minerals without any security guarantees. Schwarzer said it demonstrates the new approach by the Trump administration.
The message they are sending is that the United States is now the key player in the middle between the two conflicting parties and wants to bring this peace to an end without really wanting to be involved in the stabilization of the situation.
U.S. officials have insisted they will only settle for a durable peace deal and that Ukraine will be at the table. It was revealed later on Saturday that the U.S. and Russian officials will meet in Saudi Arabia in the coming days to start Ukraine peace talks. Dozens of similar summits have shown the 27-nation EU to be dithering, disunited, and struggling to come up with a cohesive plan to end the Ukraine war. Some countries were unhappy that the meeting was only for selected leaders and not a full EU summit, EU officials said. The French presidency sought to assuage those misgivings, saying Monday's meeting could lead to other formats.